What's up, everybody? It's that time again. It's Talent Tuesday. Can y'all believe it already? It's a whole nother week. March is flying by, and we're excited to be back here with you all again to bring you some more insight around another organization here in the capital city that's doing great things, that's going to tell you a little bit about the culture, their company, their organization, should I say, and career opportunities that exist. So what I want to do first, before we actually get kicked off, is I actually want to thank our sponsor, Diversified Systems, for their support. And I want to make sure that everybody understands that this is just a great opportunity for you all to connect with us and understand a little bit more about the opportunities that exist in our city. So with that being said, I'm excited to have our special guest with us today. So I'm going to actually bring her on screen. So we actually have Nicole Pettis with us today. From Big Brothers Big Sisters, and she is going to be sharing some information in regards to their organization, their culture, as well as the career opportunities that exist. But before we actually get there, we want to learn a little bit about her as well. So with that being said, Nicole, I welcome you to ColumbusBlack.com's Talent Tuesday Lunch and Learn. How are you?
I'm doing well, and I'm so happy to be joining you today. Thank you for having me. A little bit about me. So I'm currently the Vice President and CEO. I'm sorry. I'm the Vice President of
Think
HR.
big, baby. That's right. That's what we do. We think ahead.
I'm the Vice President of HR and Talent Development for Big Brothers Big Sisters. I've been in this position for going on a year now. A little bit about me is I got my start in social work. I was a total case manager for Franklin County Job and Family Services. I wanted to do something different. I know I still wanted to help people, but in a different environment. So I used my transferable skills from that job and got into HR after I got my master's degree. So I've been in HR for about 8 years. I got all of my HR experience, well, most of it at the city of Columbus. I was there for 7 years. I've done every aspect of HR, but recruitment is my favorite, which leads me into my position with Big Brothers Big Sisters. As the Vice President of HR and Talent Development, I'm doing everything from benefits, administration, to recruitment, to labor relations, negotiations, contracts, those types of things. And currently, we have a couple of positions open that I want to share with you guys.
Awesome. So Nicole, you have been with Big Brothers Big Sisters for a year now, and you said, right? Mm-hmm.
Going on a year, yeah.
Great. Awesome. So you should have the ability to share something with us on the screen, I think.
Okay. Yeah. I also wanted to share with you guys that Big Brothers Big Sisters is a great organization. We've been on a culture journey since before I started. So it's really family oriented. It's big in diversity and inclusion, and it's big on supporting our employees and our staff. We treat them like family, and our culture values are in every aspect of the job, from our positions to how we lead, to how we treat our employees, to how we engage with each other. So it is a great organization to work with, and I am glad that I am there. So right now, what I'm going to do is share my screen with you all just to discuss the positions that are available at Big Brothers Big Sisters. You guys let me know if you can see my screen.
I can see it.
Okay, as you can see right now, we have 9 jobs published. And right now, what I want to focus on is our 3 major ones. One is we're looking for a Vice President of Human Resources. Right now, I am part-time, and we have a contractor that's helping me, but we need someone full-time. So my position is actually posted right now. We're also looking for a program manager, and we're looking for a president and CEO for one of our subsidiary groups, which is in Chillicothe. It's the South Central Big Brothers Big Sisters. So that one is currently open. We reposted it, so it's the same posting. You might have actually seen it on ColumbusBlack.com's website. And we are also looking for match support specialists. This is our entry-level position. So I'm going to go over each one to tell you what the minimum qualifications are and things like that. If you look at these ones at the top, adventure camp counselor, camp nurse, canoe instructor, life skills camp counselor, and lifeguard. Those are positions for our summer camp staff. Summer camp opens, I believe, in July, and we're looking to get these people hired on way before that because they have to go through orientation, screening, training, those types of things. So we're looking to get these people started in like May. So if you know anyone that would be interested in a summer camp job, those are there. They can find all of these jobs on Indeed. And I'll also share the links directly to the jobs if you guys want. So looking at this Vice President of Human Resources, my position, I'm just going to open it up for you guys. Nope, I don't want to do that. Sorry, let's go back one. Sorry, I want to click on here to show you the details. Mm-hmm. So if you look at our job posting, it's an exempt position. It reports directly to our CEO, but I wanted to specifically come down here and go over the requirements. You have to have a bachelor's degree or significant experience in the HR field, particularly nonprofit. 3 years in a leadership role. You have to be thoughtful, you have to be innovative, you have to be able to work independently and collaboratively. You work independently because you're a staff of one, but you're working collaboratively because you also work with the COO, the CEO. We also have a board that we report to, so you work with the board and also other agencies for partnership.
Okay.
And we prefer someone with a background in diversity and inclusion. So if you have that experience, you can apply online. This is an executive role, so you will be part of the leadership team, which includes our board, and you will probably be on the committee as well. So that's that one.
It's a great opportunity.
Yeah, it's a very great opportunity. It's a big role. I'm not gonna kid you guys. This is a big role. There's a lot of things that I've implemented, like I have a online benefits enrollment. I created that, a training program, a diversity inclusion program. So there's some big projects that I'm currently rolling out that someone who comes into this role will work with me to continue to roll out.
Outstanding, outstanding.
Yeah.
Can you do me a favor, right? As you go through, actually, I'm gonna let you wrap up that segment, and then I want to do more of an overview of Big Brothers Big Sisters, so people understand a little bit more about the organization, and how it relates to these opportunities that seem like they're pretty broad in regards to the array of type of roles as well.
Okay. Well, I can just, you want me to continue with the positions or go into more about Big Brothers Big Sisters now?
You can, why don't you tell us a little bit more about the positions, and then we'll kind of wrap up with the a little bit more of an overview.
Okay, so our program manager position, let me bring that one up. This one is in our Springfield location. So it'll actually work with several counties that are around Springfield. We just call them all just the Springfield location. Let me bring that up here. This one, it has a salary there. It is a small organization. It's only about two or three people that will be working there. And it will also collaborate with our Delaware location. Okay. And some more about this position. It will supervise those individuals. It will work closely with agency leaders for strategic growth. And in this position, they will specifically work with a match support specialist to match BIGs, which are our volunteer adults, with the littles who are our children in the program who need mentoring. So that is a major role of this program manager, is coordinating that. So they would go out to big organizations in that area for partnership and ask if those employees would like to be BIGs in our programs or the mentees. They also do a lot of fundraising as a program manager. So that would be working with, again, organizations like local banks, like a lot of credit unions and things like that that are in the area, and big organizations for fundraising events. One that we do a lot is our Bowl for Kids' Sake. That is a big one, and we raise a lot of money for that. This year it was virtual. And one that we did a few months ago was our bourbon event. So we worked with a local bourbon company, and they gave you different samples of bourbon, enough for 2 people. And then they held a live event that tells you how the bourbon's made and the different types and the flavors that go into it. And we raised a lot of money for that as well. So fundraising is big in this program manager position. Let me look at the minimum qualifications.
It's pretty cool.
It is pretty cool. So again, it's a lot of responsibility because it's a small agency that has a big impact over 3 counties. So you have to have a bachelor's degree and 2 years experience. And I've heard a lot of our positions, you do have to have a driver's license because you have to travel throughout the community counties. Excuse me, I have a dog who is right under my feet, so I apologize.
Yeah, that tends to happen, especially in this day and time. So don't even worry about it. We're all used to it.
Okay, well, thank you. Yeah, so a lot of our jobs, you do have to have a driver's license because Central Ohio Big Brothers Big Sisters has a lot of subsidiary groups underneath it and county agencies.
Okay.
So that one's there. Our president and CEO of our South Central location is in Chillicothe. That one, we had to repost. And has a salary there. Let me tell you a little bit about this one. This one is a big one that we're driving currently. So if you know anyone that has nonprofit experience, board experience, supervisory experience, executive management experience, budgeting experience, fundraising experience, please have them apply for this role. If that person is you, you can contact me directly. I am currently reviewing apps as we speak. So this is a couple of the overarching things that we're looking for. Strategy and planning skills, board development. Central Ohio, each agency has its own board. Staff development, yeah, we're big on that. Professional development, fund development. Again, that goes in with the fundraising, grant writing, tracking those types of things. A lot of our grants, we have to have deliverables in order to continue those. So the CEO and president in this position will be responsible for that. We do have a CFO at our Central Ohio location that assists our subsidiary groups.
Okay.
Program management experience. Again, if you have any nonprofit experience working with mentoring, it doesn't have to be mentoring, but that's just what our program is. So that would be great if it was mentoring, but any type of program development skills or experience, that would be great. And then having a presence in the community. Big Brothers and Big Sisters, our goal is to impact our youth. And we do that through our partnerships within the community. We partner with schools. We have a school-based program.
Okay.
Where the mentors go into the schools and once a week and for about an hour and build those relationships with their mentors that way. You do have to have a bachelor's degree. You know, there's no wiggle room on that. We say an entrepreneurial approach because you can take this organization, there's no limits to how far this organization can go or its impact on the community. So this person in this position is driving the bus totally. So it's up to them how far they want to take it. And we hope that they take it far. This is still open. Again, if you have any questions, this is my direct number. This is my email address. It is on, you can find it on Indeed by just typing in President and CEO Chillicothe, Ohio, and it will come up immediately. Let me close out of that. The last one that I want to talk about is our match support specialist. This is pretty much our entry-level position. What a match support specialist does is it takes the information it gets from our enrollment team. The enrollment team enrolls our bigs in the program and the littles in the program. And the match support specialist goes through intense training to identify how these bigs and littles should be linked, who should be linked with who. Their job is to communicate with the parents, the big, the little, on a regular basis. We have guidelines where they have to communicate. Sometimes they meet with them. They might go to a community event that the little is interested in. They might take them to a baseball game, those type of things. They might tag along at a school performance. So match support specialist is responsible for that. There is a lot of note taking in this position. They have to track everything that they do with the big and the little for compliance reasons. If we get these federal grants, state grants, there's deliverables. So we have to prove how we are making these connections and submit that periodically throughout the year. So let me look at the minimum qualifications for that. So this is the hourly rate. This position is salaried. Right now, It is $35,568 is the salaried amount. It is entry level, so we usually get some people who are out of school, but we are definitely looking for someone who has a social work background.
Okay.
Yep, in the 1 to 2 years experience, because it's entry level. Let's see. A lot of our positions right now are working from home. We do have the ability to be in office as well, so I usually do a combination of them. And as you can see today, I'm at home.
Yeah,
so
absolutely.
Yep. Do we have any questions? Does anyone in the chat or anything?
So first of all, Nicole, I want to take the opportunity to thank you for joining us for Talent Tuesday. That's number one. Two, I want to thank you and Big Brothers Big Sisters for actually being a client and utilizing our job board to actually post some of these positions to really get it out there. What I'm impressed by is the variety of roles and opportunities that exist at different levels, right? So, and that's the cool part about Columbus Black is our audience is pretty diverse. So this is a message also to our audience that's actually watching this. As you all can see with Talent Tuesday, the Lunch and Learn really is so that you can learn about opportunities like Nicole just went over. So whether it's a match for you or not, the thing is that the opportunity is there. You should actually hit that share button, okay? Because there may be somebody in your network that really is interested in one of these opportunities. You want to help them get the word out, okay? Or you want to help get the word out. So for instance, you just asked if there was any questions. So I'm in the chat. There's not a specific question, but there is a comment. And it looks like Aris Ali sent it. So share to many pertinent groups. Thanks for this interview about jobs available with that organization, right? So thank you for sharing, because that's exactly what this is all about, is getting that information out there. And I'm sure that there's someone who needs or is interested in one of these opportunities, Nicole.
Yes, thank you. I want to mention something. I didn't go over the camp positions because there's so many. And again, all of our descriptions are online. Just go to Indeed and type them in. South Bloomingville, that is in the Hocking Hills location. So our Camp Odeokwa is in Hocking Hills. This is a residency job. So if you apply for one of the camp jobs and you get the job, you will be required to live at the camp, which is fun. I'm looking forward to visiting the camp this summer. Last year we did virtual camp, so we're still on the fence.
Right.
Or in person right now.
What's the minimum age requirement to participate as an employee at the camp?
Right now, let me just go to a venture counselor.
Okay.
Let's see. I'm thinking 18. One thing I want to mention too, this is a stipend job. So you get $2,600 for the summer, which is about, it's not the full 12 weeks, it's about 6 to 8 weeks and you get the $2,600. And there's also a bonus that's available if for good attendance and things like that.
All right, so she said stipend and a bonus. All right. So I'm sure that some of our parents who are listening and getting this message will inform their children, their adult children, of the opportunity to participate. Yes.
And we serve youth age 6 to 12, both boys and girls. And also the age requirement is 18 with a high school diploma or equivalent. We also hire a lot of college students who are currently in college and need a job over the summer break. So check that out. The contact person is not me. I mean, of course, I'm in HR. You can contact me, but the manager of the program manager for the summer camp is Matt Smith, and his number is directly on there, and his email address if you have any questions.
Outstanding. So can you do me a favor, right? So I think as we're going through these roles, I think people are starting to get a little bit of a gist, but would you give us the overview of Big Brothers Big Sisters and the organization, but then also some of the things that you all do for our youth in the community as you talk about the littles and the bigs? Can you break all of that down for those who are fully unaware?
Yep. Big Brothers Big Sisters is a mentoring agency. It mentors both boys and girls. It has a community aspect, community base, which are kids in high school and over that have aged out of the school-based program. So right now we partner with Columbus City Schools and try to get the parents involved, get the teachers involved to identify students who they feel might need some mentoring from an adult in the community. It's been around for, since I want to say 1954. Don't quote me on that, but it's been around for a couple of decades.
Yeah.
And it's a nationwide program. Big Brothers Big Sisters of Central Ohio and one other Big Brothers Big Sisters in the country have a camp. We are the only 2 sites that have a camp aspect to it. We also have Hispanic mentoring, I'm about to say Latinx, mentoring for our kids that are Spanish speaking. We also try to partner with Spanish Immersion, that school, to get those kids enrolled as well. With the camp, during the summer, it has a specific theme each week. We can have Hispanic week, we can have Girls Week, Boys Week. We also partner with Children's Services to have those kids in that program come for a week and experience Camp Odeokwa. They teach them life skills, how to survive in the wilderness, how to start a fire, canoeing, collaborative relationships, self-management, arts and crafts, so many things that they do at the camp. It's a wonderful program.
Wow, that's awesome.
Yeah, and going back to what we do outside of the camp, our main office is on 161. You might have seen it, but like I mentioned, we have some subsidiary groups. So that includes Greater Cleveland, the South Central location, which has the vacancy for the president and CEO, our East Central location, and our Springfield location. We have a couple counties as well, including Delaware County. What else can I tell you? Again, we match the bigs with the littles. That's our goal. That is ultimately what we want to do to help kids reach their full potential. So yeah, we work weekends. We have events. We have graduation programs. We give away stuff for our kids, supplies for school, all kind of things, all kind of fundraisers. So if you're interested in learning more about Big Brothers Big Sisters, I encourage you to go to our website, Big Brothers Big Sisters of Central Ohio.org, and find out more and get involved. I encourage you to become a big.
That's where I was going. I wanted you to share a little bit about that while we have the opportunity.
Yes, if you're interested, if this sounds like something you want to be involved in, definitely reach out. Our program manager is Abby Fisher. And I'm sorry, not the program manager. She's the vice president of programs, excuse me. And our associate vice president of programs, Travis Taylor, they would be happy to work with you guys to get you in the program. We need more mentors. Specifically, we need more African-American men to be mentors to our African-American boys here in Central Ohio. That is where we're lacking greatly. We need help in that field. So if you know anyone that would be interested, share the word. And there's a link to our website that tells you how to apply.
Awesome. So I want you to do me a favor. I want you to go back about 15 seconds. You said that there's a need for who? What kind of mentors?
African-American males. Our boys need you.
Okay.
That is the lowest category that we have right now. And we have a lot of kids on the waiting list. So please, if you have time, it could be an hour a week. And that can be actually meeting with the youth or connecting with them via Zoom, a phone call, anything just to keep the connection, find out what's going on with that child, encourage that child. It could be an in-person meeting. Like I said, it could be a baseball game. It could be going to one of their school events, just anything to support the child. An hour a week is all it takes. And with our school-based program, we are encouraging our mentors that work for big agencies to do it on their lunch break, because that's when we like to coordinate with the kids during school so they won't miss any classes. It's during their lunch break as well. So if you can, take your lunch hour, drive over to the school, meet the kid, that would be wonderful. Also, some schools, you can't go in, so it would just be a virtual.
Okay.
Zoom meeting with the child while they're eating, and you can eat lunch at your desk as well.
Wow. That's pretty cool. So listen, I'm glad that you had a chance to go there. Obviously it's Talent Tuesdays, and we're talking about the job opportunities that exist or career opportunities that exist with Big Brothers, Big Sisters. But we would definitely be remiss if we didn't have an opportunity to understand a little bit more about the organization, one, but then two, about the needs that they have, especially tied to African-American men participating as mentors, right? So quick question for you. Are there any, as far as how do you become a big? Like, what are the key steps? If you said 1, 2, 3 things we all need to know, because I'm challenging my brothers, I'm challenging myself to become a big and be involved, right? Because we know the impact that that can have on our youth. So what do we need to do, like next steps to get involved?
The first thing would be to go to our website, click on the link, and I'm sorry, I wish I would have had it up already,
okay.
So we can do it live. Once you apply, fill out the form, you will get a contact from someone in our enrollment team. And you know, Cheney Scott, she was in our enrollment team. So one of the enrollment specialists will reach out to you. There's a questionnaire. We do a background screening, a drug screening, because we are working with youth, right? So their protection and their safety is our number one. Yeah. If you are selected to move forward in the process, you would have to do an intense training on how to communicate with youth, how to identify trauma-informed care, and the types of interactions that we encourage with youth. You know, there's some things we're not allowed to do, and there's some things that, you know, we encourage. So once you get to that training, you will be put on a list to be matched up with a little who also does their own assessment. Once that match is made with the matching specialist, which is what match support specialist, which is what we have open right now, then that person in that position will come in and do a match introduction with the parent, the little, and the big. And from there, you know, we encourage them to make their own communications, however that may be, Zoom, in person, phone, and then the match support specialist will follow up with them in regular intervals, just to see how the relationship is developing. If the match or the big is struggling, like, hey, I can't get a hold of my youth or my little, or, you know, I just don't know what to do with them. You know, we seem so different, or, you know, I don't know what their interests are. We have activities that we can suggest that they do together that are approved by our national organization.
Outstanding, outstanding. All right, y'all. So here's my challenge. Go big or go home, right? So we need to become a big. So with that being said, Nicole, I appreciate you once again coming on. Are there any, as we wrap up, you know, every time people come on these shows, they have an opportunity to prepare and they think about stuff and they say, I want to make sure I mention this. Before you go, is there anything that you wanted to address or cover that we did not address at this point?
I think I covered it. We got a lot of positions open, a lot of diverse positions, from executive team, as you can see, all the way down to entry level to college kids, you know, things that college kids can apply for. So I would just encourage you, get involved with this agency. This is a fabulous agency, whether you want to apply as an employee or apply as a big. If you have children who need mentoring and you feel like this will be beneficial, go ahead and reach out to our enrollment team through our website, and they'll get you scheduled to see what you're looking for in a mentor. And right now we're working with Columbus Public Schools directly, but kids can come from any school district, anywhere in Central Ohio, and our surrounding counties can be involved in our program. So, and we have support here. I believe next month, yes, we are working with Mental Health First Aid to identify mental stressors that kids are going through. So all of our staff is going through that. And then we're going to roll that out to our bigs as well. So when they're interacting with their little and the youth that they're paired with, they can identify, is this person experiencing stress? I mean, this child, because that is on the increase. Child suicide rates are on the increase due to this pandemic and being isolated. So we felt like this training was going to be beneficial, not only to our staff, but our bigs and our littles as well. So they'll identify stressors, mental health issues, depression, anxiety, those types of things. They will be certified in that. So we do have continuous development for our board members, for our bigs, for our staff. So this is an organization that will go above and beyond to make sure that our youth have what they need.
Outstanding, outstanding. All right, and as she mentioned earlier, right, so we have a couple of those roles posted on columbusblack.com as well. So as you're visiting the website, make sure you check them out, right? The Vice President of Human Resources and the Program Manager for Clark and Madison counties are posted. So feel free to look at that a little bit further. Once again, as I said earlier, listen, this may not be a direct connect for you, but it doesn't mean that it's not for a family member or friend. All we ask you to do is one thing, hit the share button, right? If you know somebody that seems like a match for one of these positions or should know more about these opportunities or to be a big, or if they have a little, right? make sure that you share this. This is critically important. And once again, Nicole, I thank you. I thank Big Brothers and Big Sisters for your involvement, participation, and all that you all are doing to help change lives.
Oh, you're so welcome. Thank you for having us. I appreciate you.
Absolutely. All right, y'all. So with that being said, it's Talent Tuesday on ColumbusBlack.com. You just had a lunch and learn with Nicole Pettis of Big Brothers, Big Sisters. And make sure you check us out on ColumbusBlack.com. Don't forget to sign up for our mailing list so you are informed of all of these activities similar to this. Also, make sure you follow us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and on YouTube. That way you are always connected to what we have going on. And remember, when you want to know what's going on in the CO, just check us out at ColumbusBlack.com. Have a good one, everybody. Nicole, thank you so much and have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.